Hi everyone, I'm Kenzie if you don't know me, and welcome back to my little neck of the woods here on YouTube. A little bit about me, I'm hoping to pursue grad school to become a therapist, and I created this channel to document my journey. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Alberta, Canada, and I like talking about all things personal finance, self-improvement, lifestyle, hobbies, all of that. And today's video, I'm going to be discussing how I'm creating my dream life through building a semester. So this is going to run for 4 months from September to December. And then this video is also just going to be a little check-in, a little girl talk, just talk about where I've been, what's going on, where I'm at. So yeah, I'm going to try to achieve my dream life over the next 4 months with this semester layout. As I mentioned, I do want to do grad school, so I just wrapped up the coursework for my psychology honors degree and I'm just doing the research portion now. So I've been a student for about 4 years, so I'm very used to the semester curriculum structure. So if you're someone who is recently post-grad, or if you're honestly just like a type A, you like routine, you like structure type of person, I think this is like a really great way of making sure you're filling your life and your days with stuff that you enjoy, you want to learn about, you want to get better at, with intention. So I've seen a lot of people talking about their like curriculums online. So this was definitely inspired by that. There were a ton of people on TikTok I saw talking about this, and I'm just obsessed with the idea. I have a really busy year, but especially September to December. I work full-time an office job in social services, and I just accepted a new role. So I'm with like the same office and company, but I'm learning a whole new job and a whole new like program. So I currently have a lot of learning, even just in my day job, that I didn't have before. Of course, I was still learning stuff, but I'd been in that role for over a year and it was pretty monotonous or like repetitive, I guess. So I have my full 9-to-5 job, and then as I mentioned, I am doing psychology research through my university's honors program. So we'll be collecting data, analyzing the data, getting our results, and then I'll be writing my thesis, and in the spring I will be presenting my results. So that is going to take a lot of my time outside of my job. I also am a dance teacher. That is also something that kicks off in September, and the beginning of the year there's a lot of choreography that goes into it, and then usually later in the year there's a bit more cleaning of the routines and attending events. I teach classes, but I also do solo routines for some of the students one-on-one. So those are my 3 big responsibilities. I actually just stopped working my serving and bartending job for the time being, just because it realistically was the only thing I could cut down out of those. Those are all like, I need my 9-to-5. I'm doing my research, that's for my career, and then dance teaching, I've committed to the whole season, and it is like, dance is like my first love. It's like my passion project kind of thing. So those are my main things. And then I also am trying to dedicate a good amount of time to my YouTube channel. I really want to grow a really awesome community, and I feel like I'm doing a good job at that so far. I love connecting with everyone that watches my videos. And then alongside all of that, I really just want to improve myself. I feel like earlier this year I was just in such a good routine and I was busy, and I think at the time I was like, oh, I'm just so busy, like I'm overwhelmed. But I was so locked in. Like, I always say I thrive on a busy schedule, and it's so true. I get nervous of it, but then once I'm in it, like if I have something constantly to be doing, that is where I thrive and I feel the most fulfilled. So I really wanted to create this structure to kind of romanticize the busyness again, because I know once I'm in it, I do love it. I saw this quote and it was like, how lucky am I that I am so busy with things that I chose to be busy with. These are all things I've chosen for myself. These are all things I am super like appreciative that I have access to, like education, a good job. I'm able to teach dance. Literally when I was a little girl, that was like my dream. If I went back 5 years and told 18-year-old me what my responsibilities are right now, she would say, oh my God, that's my dream. Like, it feels stressful right now, but ultimately these are what I've been working towards my whole life. So that was a little bit of a spiel. Basically just kind of wanted to give a bit of context as to why I want to do this. I just want to give a little bit of an update about where I'm at. Or should I do that at the end? I'll do that at the end because you probably want to hear how I'm designing my semester, and then I'll give you a little life update at the end. If you want to stick around, you don't have to, but if you want to hear what's going on, then you can stick around. So this is how I designed my semester curriculum and syllabus for fall 2025. I chose 5 Dream Life courses. So course 1 is Undergrad Research Mastery. So this is about working on my research study that I'm doing for my degree, completing my thesis without just absolutely losing my mind. So the course description that I came up with is complete thesis milestones through systematic research, writing, and analysis while maintaining academic excellence without burnout. So my main objectives are having a very clear thesis timeline, have completed all my research tasks, and to have some form of a rough draft of my thesis by December. So this course is not very glamorous, but it is very important and it is a key part of my degree, less like a chore and more like a step towards becoming the future therapist and professional I really want to be. For September, have my literature review totally complete. So I have all the information for my lit review, but I want to write out that portion of my thesis a bit more, and I want to finish up my full thesis outline. October, I want to focus on data collection. November, data collection again and fleshing out my thesis a bit more. And then December, I want to work on analyzing my data. Of course, as I move through this project, these monthly goals might change, but this is currently what I'm basing this off of. So that is course 1, Undergrad Research Mastery. My second course is Dance Teaching Excellence. Dance has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. So I'm teaching again this season, and not only do I want to do well, but I also want to protect my love for dance, and I don't want it to feel like a burden. I do think that is sometimes the hard part about monetizing your passions or turning your passions into a job or a career, is that it can really start to damage your relationship with it. So I really want to protect my love for dance because I don't know if I could forgive myself if I, let that happen. So like I mentioned, the first 4 months of the dance season are going to require a bit more prep work and choreography. So September through December, develop professional dance instruction skills through lesson planning, choreography creation, and reflective teaching practice. That is my little course description. My course objectives are to smoothly run classes, have positive student feedback, personal skill growth, all while prepping most efficiently so that it's not eating up too much of my time to where I feel like I'm putting in more than I'm getting in return. So this course is about remembering why I dance in the first place, which is joy, connection, and expression. And I want to really manage the job aspect of it so that that doesn't start to taint my love for the art form. So for September, I really want to establish class routines, and I really want to get going on my solo choreography. For October, I want to start my group choreography pieces. November, I want to reflect on how the semester is going and continue working on my choreography. And then for December, I want to complete my competitive groups choreography pieces and brainstorm my cleaning approach. So that is my second course. Course 3 involves you, and that is YouTube and content creation. This is really exciting for me because I do feel like this channel is a part of my long-term dream life and what I envision for myself. It's just always been something I've really been interested in. I started posting in March, and it has just been such a fun creative outlet for me. So my description for this course is build authentic online presence through consistent content creation, community engagement, and brand development. Also about documenting my life as I build it. And then one day I can look back and I will have all these videos kind of like a scrapbook. I just think that's super freaking cool. And I know some people have opinions about therapists posting on social media, but I think it's a really cool way to deliver psychoeducation. And of course, I'm not a therapist at this point, so I'm not qualified to necessarily give that advice, although my degree is in psychology. But that is my third course, so YouTube and content creation. Course number 4 is Life and Joy. I think this actually might secretly be the most important course but I'm going to predict it's the one I'm going to forget about and not prioritize as much. My goal is to intentionally make space for joy, because otherwise my schedule might literally eat me alive. So the description for this course is to prioritize personal well-being, meaningful experiences, and life satisfaction through intentional rest and adventure. Sometimes I need to go quadding. Sometimes I need to go on a hike. Sometimes I just need to get out of the house, you know? So yeah, this is going to encompass self-care and cozy routines, outdoor adventures and hobbies, and social connections and fun. So my objectives are regular self-care, meaningful experiences, and enhanced life satisfaction. So this course is just basically to ensure that I don't just power through fall on autopilot, but I actually take time for myself every week and really enjoy the busyness. So for September, my goal is to just establish my, weekly routine, do some of the cozy fall things. October, I really want to get into some seasonal adventures, get into the Halloween spirit. November, start leaning into gratitude practices and family/friend connection. And then December, I really want to do all the holiday traditions and reflecting on my year as a whole, setting goals for the next year. Yeah, start doing some of my winter hobbies. Although, again, I'm in Alberta, Canada, so I'm guessing it'll snow in October. And then my final course for my Dream Life semester is health, fitness, and energy. So for me, I'm really kind of considering this as the foundation, because it quite literally is. It is my health. If I don't have the energy, I can't do any of this. And if I'm being brutally honest with myself, I feel like I have let myself go, and I'm tired of being lenient with myself, and I really just need to kick it into gear. I know I'm going to feel so much better about myself. I'm sick of feeling like this. So the course description for this one is to maintain physical and mental energy through consistent fitness, nutrition, and recovery practices to support a demanding semester. My objectives are consistent fitness, energy for work and play, and improved body composition. So this is about building a routine and habits that can support me through this busy semester, and just really building the strength, stamina, and energy that I'm going to need to live my dream life fully. Not just September to December, but for the rest of my life. So for September, I want to establish my workout routine and baseline measurements. October, I want to do a mid-semester energy assessment and make any adjustments if necessary. November, I want to work on stress management during a busy period, because November will be busy. And December, I want to just do a semester wellness review and recovery planning. So those are my 5 courses for my Dream Life semester. So we have, again, undergrad research mastery, dance teaching excellence, YouTube and content creation, life and joy, and health, fitness, and energy. My phone just died, so if there's a change in angle, I apologize about that. But now I'm going to go over my weekly framework. So this is all of the stuff that on Sundays, when I plan out my week on my Google Calendar, this is what needs to get plugged in and everything that needs to get done. So for my research course, I need to do 2 30 to 90 minute lab sessions. So just focus deep working on it. 1 micro task, so this can be during a lunch break, 20 minutes before I get ready for bed, something like that. Then I also need to check in either with my honors supervisor and team, or if they're busy or that's already been dealt with or whatever, just checking in with myself and being honest about where I'm at. For my dance teaching excellence course, I need to work in class prep, so lesson planning and choreography. I'm trying to keep it at 2 to 3 hours a week. I think that is undershooting a little bit, at least for the first couple months, but trying to keep it minimal and then just being more efficient in my prep time. So I'm trying to schedule as little as I can get away with, and then just try and get as much done in that short amount of time, because I think if I schedule a lot of time, I'm going to get the same amount of work done. It's just going to take me longer. And then I also have 2 nights of teaching after work, so those are set in stone. I don't really have to do much to make that happen. I just go to the studio after work. For my YouTube and content creation course, I would love 1 long form video published a week. I would like to do some sort of community engagement, so replying to comments, and then optional if I have time and the capacity, 1 to 2 short form videos. But I at least want to do 1 long form video published a week. But I'll cover this at the end where I'm talking about where I'm at. This is something where if that does have to temporarily be my sacrifice for a few months, that might have to happen, but that's my goal. For life and joy, I want 1 adventure or activity planned. So I have this on my little list as 1 like field trip scheduled. So 1 outing, 1 activity, going for a ride. It could be a hike, go paddleboarding, go to the lake, go boating, do a paint night, anything, just something intentionally planned for fun and enjoyment. And then I also want to have 1 full rest evening a week. And it's intentional and I don't have to focus on being productive. Now for my fitness, health, and energy course, I want to do at least 3 strength training sessions. So I'm currently planning on doing these the 3 weekdays that I don't teach dance. So that's how I have it worked out, just to keep it very manageable. In January, if I'm like, oh, piece of cake, I want to be, strength training more often, I can increase that if I want, and I might. But for now, I just want to keep it very sustainable. So I'm going to be doing lower, upper, and full body day. I also want to hit my daily step goal of 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. And I want sleep consistently for at least 5 days of the week, Sunday through Thursday night. So that is what I need to plug into my schedule, my planner, every Sunday for the upcoming week. And every Sunday, I'm going to look at the past week and just do an overall assessment of how it went, my energy levels, and then my life satisfaction, and then go from there. I also made a little habit tracker. Sometimes struggle with habit trackers because I forget about them, but I just stuck this to the wall in my bathroom, and I have a little highlighter in my bathroom now. So every night when I'm getting ready for bed, brushing my teeth, showering, I have to see it. I have to fill it out. So I have 6 items on my habit tracker. So these are my daily things I want to get done. So 8,000 to 10,000 steps. Sunday to Tuesday, I want to be in bed by 9 p.m. And then Wednesday and Thursday in bed by 10 p.m. This is because Wednesday and Thursday, I teach dance until a later time. So I cannot be in bed by 9 on Wednesday and Thursdays. So I still want to hit that every other day. And then on those days that I'm teaching, try to be in bed by 10. My next habit is on track with my workout schedule / move my body. So this excludes my step goal. And if it is a rest day and I did a rest day, that's fine. But if it's I scheduled in a lift and I just didn't do it, that is not getting filled out for that. My 4th habit is to eat mindfully and for energy. 5th is moment of gratitude practice. So I actually usually do this right before I fill out my habit tracker. I just do it on my notes app on my phone, and I just have the title of my note as September gratitude, and then I have each day, and then I just make a little list, and it's been so nice. I've talked about this before, but gratitude practice is such an underrated mental health tip. And then the last habit is 1 course action. So something for my research, my dance, content, or intentional rest. So that is my daily habit tracker for the month of September, and then I will reevaluate for October what I want my daily habits to be. I might up my step goal, I might, make them more specific, who knows. So for me, the biggest thing for this semester is my mindset. I don't need to be perfect, but I know that these are my priorities in my life right now. And I've given myself a game plan and systems so that I'm able to schedule my life according to my goals. So in December, when this semester ends, I'll be able to look back and see what I accomplished, and not just in school and work, but every area of my life that I'm prioritizing right now. So yeah, this is my semester for fall 2025. So 5 courses for 1 semester to work towards my dream life. And I have to remember that I'm not going to achieve every goal I've ever set in these next 4 months, but it's just about working towards my dream life. So I would love to hear if you designed your own semester to reach your dream life, what 5 courses would you take? Or if you can't think of 5, what's 1 or 2 that you would really want in there. Comment them below because I think it would be really cool and fun to see what everyone in this community is all working on. And I do think I am going to film a week in my life, like attending all these courses kind of thing. So start on Sunday, walking you through how I plan my week and then how I'm executing on that. So thank you for being here with me. If you are not interested in my little life update and little girl chat, then you can X out now and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. But if you want to stick around for my little life update, then we're gonna transition into that now. So all right, hello everyone. So I wanted to change the setup a little bit more casual, more chill. This is a girl chat. Let me grab my coffee. I'm literally almost done, but nonetheless, yeah, I just want to give a little update on where I've been. So my uploading frequency has gone down a little bit, which I don't love, but I'm really trying to work on my all or nothing perfectionist mentality. So even though I'm not able to upload maybe twice a week or 3 times a week like I wanted to, as long as I just keep consistently showing up and posting, that's all that really matters. August was very busy for me and we did have a loss in the family. So I did have a personal thing come up at that time, and then there was just some other mental health related things that came up for me, but it was a good month, don't get me wrong. Just kind of a heavy month if I'm being completely honest. And then it also, I was really trying to mentally prepare for this semester that I just discussed. Kind of like the final stretch of 2025. I was feeling really overwhelmed thinking about it, especially like my dance teaching, because that is something I love so much and I can really pour a lot of myself into it. And sometimes that just really impacts me negatively. So I really wanted to come up with an approach that was sustainable and comfortable for me. And I have been so busy, so many like stretches throughout my life. And I just always put my head down, I grind, I keep working. And then I look back and I'm like, oh, I wish I would have just like enjoyed that a bit more or like toned it down a little bit. If I'm being honest, I do think this upcoming year is a little too much. But I'm not cutting down on anything. There's nothing I really can cut down on at this point. I'm locked in. I've made commitments. So that is something I'm grappling with, like feeling like I just want to just take a freaking chill pill. Like taking a chill pill for me is still working a full-time job and like doing other things. I just feel like I am stretching myself kind of thin, and I think I do well with a busy schedule, but I think it does get to a point where I feel like I'm not showing up as well as I could be in every area because I'm overcommitted to too many things, and I don't really want to be that person. So that is again kind of why I made this semester framework. I really just wanted to romanticize it, but also keep it manageable. This is what I need to get done every week to, get what I need done. If I can go above and beyond, I can, but this is what needs to get done. I did not film a September reset. I think, again, August was just really heavy and I just wanted to move away from it. I don't know. Like, again, it was a good month. I had a lot of fun in August. My boyfriend and I did a lot of really fun stuff, a lot of fun outings, but I do think mentally I was just, kind of struggling a little bit, and that is something I haven't really talked on here a lot about, but I have really struggled with my mental health pretty much my whole life. That's probably not a surprise because I am a psych student and I want to be a therapist, and there's normally a reason for that. I have struggled with depression pretty much since I was like little, but I would say especially from 12 onwards, and I think I was just feeling like, I just want a break and like so overwhelmed, and I knew it was only going to get busier and I wasn't really feeling prepared for it. I wasn't feeling excited for it, which really sucks because again, this is all stuff I've signed myself up for. This is stuff, if you would tell younger me I'm doing all this, I would think it's so cool, so exciting. I felt a lot of guilt. I was like, oh, I feel this way. I shouldn't feel this way. I'm so lucky to have these opportunities and experiences, which is true, but I was just not feeling so excited. So yeah, there was no September reset. That's kind of why I just was like, want to move on from it. But I will do an October reset. Don't worry. I love the resets. I did do like my budgeting and everything on my own. But I don't know. I was just really not wanting to talk about August. So now on to September. It is currently September 6th when I'm filming this. So we are 6 days into my semester and it is a Saturday. So we are pretty much wrapping up the first week of my semester and it has gone super, super well. This is when my dance teaching kicked off. So I did that this week and I actually did some extra dance teaching work this morning. So I was at the studio, I worked on a solo routine, and then there was a guest choreographer there, and I'm working on cleaning his choreography this year. So I observed that choreo setting session. I am full blown into my training for my new 9 to 5 role job. So that is going well. I'm learning lots. I'm getting to talk to a lot of new people, which is great. My parents are gone currently, so I am dog sitting our 2 golden retrievers and I love them, but Miss Roxy girl, she is very, very anxious. She's very anxiously attached. And I love her. She is such like an empath. Like it bugs me when people say that, but as a dog, she's literally that. She is like the most empathetic feeling dog ever. But yeah, she gets stressed when mom and dad leave. So she did have and pardon me, this is going to be really gross, but she did have explosive diarrhea this week. Yeah, she did in fact have that. So that really just added to my stress. I've spent hours in the past like 3 days cleaning up messes. It's on all levels of the house, carpet, everywhere. That has really just been the cherry on top, you know? And I feel so bad for her, but we have some canned pumpkin for her. And because it's the weekend now, I am spending more quality time with her. So I think that helps. But I think it was just mom and dad being gone. And then I am gone at work all day. And then a couple days this week, I was at the studio all night. So that's a long day of her not having any of her humans around. So she gets very anxious. Her tummy gets upset. So that was that. My meal prep this week was great. I had Kodiak protein pancakes for breakfast. I also meal prepped a chicken, rice, and zucchini meal, and then I topped it with crispy onions. I've been having strawberry and cherry ninja creamies with some shaved semi-sweet chocolate thrown in there. I'm going to make a salmon bowl tonight, which I'm super excited for. So yeah, it has been a good first week in my little semester. So yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to start filming a week-long video of how I'm doing all this, I guess. And unfortunately, I do feel like I really want to pour so much time into YouTube. It's something I'm really enjoying and I think it's so fun and I think it could have, you know, a really great impact on my life. But I think in August, I came to the realization that I have so much that I've committed to in like the real world that I like can't back out of. So I do think for the next few months, YouTube will not be my number one priority, but I do want it to still be something I'm regularly doing. I would love to post every week. It might end up being not every week just with my schedule. I'm going to try really, really hard. And then in the new year, I am hoping to be able to pour more time. And then especially from next summer onwards, I am anticipating having a much lighter schedule just for my own sanity. So I'm super, super excited about this, but it kind of sucks that it's something I'm so excited about, but I can't give it as much time as I want right now. So this is a very yappy video, so I apologize, but thank you for watching. Also, hold up. Gabby Peterson, like my favorite YouTuber, I'm actually obsessed with her. She like shouted me out in her September reset video in like her favorites section. So thank you, Gabby. I'm literally obsessed with you. She's like a huge inspiration of mine. I just think she's like the coolest chick ever. She just seems so like successful and, you know, disciplined. Like she is a lot of the things I want to be. So if you like personal finance, any like self-improvement topics, definitely check her out. And yeah, thank you, Gabby, for shouting me out. I literally, when I saw my name on the video, I was like, what the fuck? Like, no way. So that was my little girl talk update on my life, essentially, where I'm at, how I'm doing, what's to come. And yeah, I'm really excited. If there are any videos you would like to see, let me know. Or if you have any questions about anything I talked about in this video, or if you just want to chat, let me know. I'm always down for that. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.